Welcome to the King Street Cinema podcast, the movie review podcast focusing on films showing at King Street Cinema Ipswich.
Yeah, that's right, Andy.
Yay, that's me. I'm Andy, and I'm joined as ever by King Street's very own James.
Hi.
You all right, James?
Yeah, I'm lively.
Yeah.
It's a early morning, and I've already been up for like 4 or 5 hours, which is crazy. So I'm all hyper.
I've been up for about 45 minutes.
Brilliant.
But it's still
you didn't have to go to the hospital this morning, so
that's true. and I worked till midnight last night.
Well, there's that too. I think I got to sleep around midnight, so not too bad.
Just good going. But August,
yes,
another great month of movies.
Oh yes, this is a good one, isn't it? I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd say every month, but this one does have some actual classics which you cannot miss, people. No. So yeah, but we'll get to them later on. Let's start from the first.
Yeah, a new movie that I am yet to see, but I have booked a ticket at King Street to see.
I'm not sure if it's showing anywhere else locally.
It's definitely not shown anywhere else in Ipswich.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So everyone, no excuses here.
Yeah.
To be going off to a sneaky Cineworld. All got to be going to King Street for this one. So it's Hot Milk.
Yes.
Which I have seen already, and it is fantastic. Loved it very much.
And it's a directorial debut.
Yes.
From? It's a hard name to pronounce.
It is. Okay, Rebecca Lenkiewicz, maybe? Lenkiewicz? Something like that. Not too sure.
But she's a screenwriter.
Yes.
Before this, probably most well known for a few years ago, the kind of political drama She Said. About the Me Too movement,
yes,
which I remember seeing and very much enjoying.
Yeah, actually. I think I saw that one too. And yeah, it was good. But Hot Milk is, I believe, based on a novel written by, again, sorry, do not have notes on it, but do know that it was written by a novel because I had a colleague talk about the novel and said that they enjoyed it very much.
Yeah.
So there's that. This stars young Emma Mackey. Fiona Shaw, who's very famous, we've seen in many movies. One that classic one for us is Mario Brothers.
Yes, the original one.
The original from the 90s.
Not the successful animated one.
No. But yeah, I don't really want to spoil it. But I'd say coming of age, thriller, dreamlike qualities to it. So bit kind of not too sure exactly what's going on. Is it real? Is it not? Kind of thing. Ooh. Beautiful settings.
Yeah.
I think location is predominantly Spain. There's a little bit in Greece, though. I did when I watched the film wanted to see the locations, where it was all shot, because I was watching it thinking this is all lovely, looks beautiful, but it doesn't quite look like Spain. And then I saw that it was all filmed in Greece. Which kind of
you're a clever one.
Which it was interesting. I was just watching it going, this doesn't quite look like Spain to me. I mean, I don't know Spain that well, but I just in my head was just like thinking, it just didn't feel right. But I think that works for the film because, like I say, the film's kind of like it's got this quality to it where you're not quite sure what's real, what's not. So I think that's fine.
So I know for a fact that the new Christopher Nolan movie that's being shot at the moment, Odyssey, a lot of it's been shot in Scotland. Right. Pretty sure it's not set there.
Right. For sure. So, well, obviously people film in different locations, which are pretending to be places all the time.
Yeah, but when you know that, you have to look for that.
Sure.
So I'll be looking for the Loch Ness Monster.
But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a very intriguing film.
The trailer looks good, but doesn't give much away, which I
would say that it's I'm not going to spoil anything at all here, but I would say that I think it's quite hard to give much away if you were going to try to create a trailer, because for me this is a very ambiguous film where I would say it ends in a way that's kind of unexplained and you're not quite sure what you've seen, and it's very much left up to the interpretation of the viewer. Cool. So which is very much up my street, those kind of that sort of way of telling stories. So I couldn't say really a bad word about this one. For the kind of film it is, I think it does it extremely well.
And it's good to see Emma Mackey in a starring role. I mean,
so
was it 2 years ago you showed it, Emily?
Yeah,
the movie it's not a true story, but it's based around the life of Emily Bronte.
Yeah.
I thought she was really good in that. She stood out in the series Sex Education.
That's right. That's where I mostly know. I've only seen a couple of episodes, but I remember her being very good in it.
Yeah.
So, and I know that
Yeah, I've not seen it all, but I've seen a lot of it.
It's a very popular show.
And, of course, she had a smaller role in Barbie a few years ago.
Yes, she did. Well. She played a Barbie.
A Barbie. Yeah. Probably because she looks quite a bit like Margot Kidder.
Yeah.
So Margot Robbie.
Robbie. Yeah.
She isn't Lois Lane from the others. Every time.
That's fine.
I should never do a podcast on her movies because I always get it wrong.
Oh.
But so I'm looking forward to this. You've seen it, and only place you can see that locally.
Brilliant. Well, that's great. So from the 1st, which is for Friday the 1st, which is a couple of days' time, 7:30, Saturday the 2nd, 2:30, and 7:30, and then on Thursday the 7th. 2:30.
2:30.
So 15 certificate.
Okay, yeah. So I can see that then.
You can see it, yes.
Yeah.
Anyone 15 and over is welcome.
Yes.
So, shall we? So, yes, like I say, definitely recommend that for the first week of August. Then into the second week of August, we have coming back again from last month. So in June?
It was last month.
It was in June. I mean, we're recording this right at the end of July. So, Ballad of Wallis Island, which is back by popular demand.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that. It was in June.
Yeah.
And it was packed. And one of those movies that you can tell, because it's a comedy drama, so you can tell if people are enjoying it. If it's busy, I think, during the film, but you can hear reactions and laughing, and it went down really well. Nice atmosphere walking out. We were all talking about it, talking to people like, no, that's cool. And we spoke about it a couple of months ago.
Yeah, sure.
I think we spoke about it before I'd seen it.
Definitely, I'm pretty certain. I still have not seen it.
Okay, so it was definitely before you did.
So I mean, a lot of the films that we show, I don't get to see.
Yeah.
So this is still one that I haven't. But yeah. We've seen the reaction from people. It did extremely well. One of the best for this year so far. Audience attendance, and yes, like you say, everyone that don't believe that there was one who disliked it. Pretty much everyone came out of it, thought it was brilliant.
I can't think of a British movie I've seen this year I've enjoyed more.
Right. There you go.
See, there's not been that many, but I've seen quite a few, and I'm including Bridget Jones.
Okay. So, I think many people have already seen it, of course, but people are probably going to see it again, and there's going to be a whole load, I'm sure, of other people who missed it first time out, heard great things, who are going to go come and see it.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Key, funny, right?
Funny
man.
He's
a funny guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I like the idea that this film might introduce him maybe to more people, because there's certainly a lot of people who I think came out of it who weren't too sure about who he was.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of British comedy.
Yeah.
He's done a fair bit, but I still had always seen him as Sidekick Simon from Alan Partridge.
Right, yeah.
And he was in the Alan Partridge movie, was that probably 10 years ago?
Oh, yeah, at least.
And, a standout character in that. He's always good at that, but it's nice to see him go on to do his own thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure Steve Coogan himself would encourage, hence his company to produce this movie.
Yeah.
And a talent.
Absolutely, yeah. He's had he's been around a while. I remember the first time I ever saw him was years ago, probably 20, got to be plus 20 years, when he was doing really just poetry at that time, because that's how I remember hearing his name. Was he was the poet, funny poet, you know, and I just figured that's probably all he'll probably do, But then I started, like say, saw him in Coogan's stuff, working with Steve Coogan and Alan Partridge, and from there he moved on to doing, be known more as a comedic actor.
Yeah. And also it's based around a folk duo. There's some pretty good folk music in there written for the film.
Yes, that's right. I can't remember his name. The lead in it, really. He was in Tim Key, the male lead.
Yeah, because they've done a short together,
right,
with the same sort of thing.
Yeah,
and the music's great, and it is just, it's the quality of an actual folk duo, much like a film we're going to talk about soon with comedy music written for the film is up there with any band that it's spoofing, I suppose.
Well, brilliant. I mean, like I say, I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on anything particular in that kind of regard. But again, from what I hear of people coming out, they enjoy the music very much. So great, So it seems like all the elements to this film worked.
Yeah. So I recommend to you.
Yeah, I definitely. Let me see. I mean, no, I don't think I'll be able to do that. Maybe Thursday. Maybe the Thursday.
I thought you were going to go through your whole diary while recording it.
Okay, so that will be on Friday the 8th, 7:30, Saturday the 9th at 2:37 and 7:30, and then on Thursday the 14th, 2:30. It is a 12A.
12A. I can go and see that.
You can go see that. And anyone 12 years old or older can go see it. And if you're younger, you can go with an adult.
Yeah, so there we go. Yeah. So basically, anyone can go and see it as long as properly supervised.
Right, exactly. And next, we have another comeback of one that was shown before. I can't quite now in my brain, because there's so many movies, can't remember exactly when we showed this. So it's Flow, the animated masterpiece.
Early on in the year, I believe.
Yeah, I'm going to say maybe January, February time, something like that, right? A few months ago, but certainly this year. You've seen Flow. It's another one I haven't seen.
Have you not?
I still haven't seen it. I've seen many bits of it now. In fact, I reckon I could probably give a very good understanding of what happens because of lots of bits that I've seen. But I've never sat down and watched it from beginning to end.
Cat goes stray.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful animated... I say it's a family movie, but it's not one of those talking animal type movies.
No,
it's done. That's what I loved about it. It was like watching real animals. They've got the mannerisms and stuff down to a T, and a unique film, all made on the free animated software. Yeah. So,
which is very impressive and certainly something that should interest and inspire young budding animators.
Exactly, yeah.
Or older budding animators, looks great, doesn't it? It does. Looks beautiful. And I completely agree with, from what I have seen, the mannerisms, the way the movements of the animals, the sort of the pacing and timing. It's not done in a way that suggests these are anthropomorphic animals, human being types. I know, but just for the audience listening. So they come across as the animals they are, and that's a wonderful thing, because that's really surely what you want from time to time, at least.
Yeah,
and it's a rarity, isn't it? It's certainly not the usual type of animation that you'll get. Animals behaving like animals.
And since we spoke about this before, a friend of mine has taken his two kids. They're young, and they were both captivated all the way through and really enjoyed it.
There we go.
And that's all we need to say. This is a youth certificate.
Yeah, so for everybody.
Everyone can go and see it. I can go and see it unsupervised.
You can.
Yes. And well worth watching.
Yes, so absolutely. 15th, so playing for us in the middle of the month now. 15th, Friday, 15th, 7:30. Saturday, 16th for 2:30 and 7:30, I believe. Yeah, that is not going to work. I think we have got a misprint, which I have not noticed, inside the brochure here. Because we have it down on the Friday at 7:30 on the 15th, when I have as well... No, tell a lie. See, sorry, apologies. It's been a while since we've used Cinema 2. And I've forgotten that is where Flow is playing. So in the smaller screen, Flow will be being shown. So we can have other films on in the bigger screen at the same time. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And it's lovely that it's happening. So that's why I was thrown for a second there. So yes, go back. 15th, 7:30. Saturday, 16th, 2:30, 7:30. And then Thursday, the 21st at 2:30. All in Cinema 2. And they are £6 a ticket.
Bargain.
For every price. Every, whether you're an adult, a senior or a child.
That's a good value. Mm-hmm. And... I was worried there I was going to have to edit the podcast, but we do it like it's a radio show.
Yeah. Sorry. Apologies. It's just, you know what it's like when you haven't done a thing for a while and you forget that you're doing it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah, that's why that works.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What next, sir?
So playing that same week, but in Cinema 1.
Yes.
So if you don't want to see Flow, you can see a different movie.
Yeah, and if you've already seen it, and want to see it again, but you're like, oh, what if I haven't seen this one?
Yeah, exactly. And of course, because they're on multiple days, you can see this film one day and flow the other. And this film is Paris, Texas.
Yes.
Which is certainly a classic.
Yeah.
Is it not?
You know what? I had not seen this till I saw it at your cinema.
That's right.
Probably two and a half years ago.
I'm going to say it was 2 years ago. Yeah.
And I see why it's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was amazing.
This is one of my favourite films by one of my favourite directors, Wim Wenders, film that we showed of his not too long ago.
There was a season of his films, wasn't there?
There was a season of his movies, but recently, as of, was it last year, we showed Perfect Days, which was the latest, I believe, from him.
Which was also well worth a watch.
Absolutely, that was a great movie, fantastic stuff. And if you haven't seen Paris, Texas, and you have seen Perfect Days, and you want to see Paris, Texas, you'll see why this is a film made by the same director, because you have a very similar feel. It's a stories told at a very meditative pace, lots of scenery, interesting characters, but not giving so much of themselves away.
Yeah.
So sort of like kind of introverted, but beautiful and emotional. And yes, I love this movie. I love it. Harry Dean Stanton and Dean Stockwell, two legends.
Yeah.
Just, brilliant. Love it.
Two who are no longer with us as well.
Yes, this is very true, very sad. But yes, a movie about a man who's got lost in the wilderness and finds his way back and to his son, and to try to rekindle, or shall we say find some kind of closure with his previous love. Yeah, it's a beautiful film. Yeah. Beautiful.
And it's now gone down, I noticed, to a 12A certificate.
Yes.
Because that was a 15 for a long time, I believe.
I believe so, yes. Yeah. I think I have an old DVD that had it at 12A as well, or 12. But I think it might have fluctuated.
Oh yeah, because it must, because it came out before 12 certificates.
Oh well, definitely originally, yes.
Yeah. So what year was it, mate?
But well before, but I mean obviously well before DVD as well, 1984.
Yeah. So a good 7 years before the 12 certificate came in.
Oh, so the original 12, yes, before there was a 12A, that was 89 in the cinema, wasn't it? 1989.
Oh, because it was 89. Yeah, I was thinking it was 91, but it was 91 on video, I believe.
On video, yes.
And then
so there was a couple of years where the films that were 12 at cinema, when going to VHS, would become 15 generally.
Occasionally, like Memphis Belle went down to a PG, I remember. Yeah. But yeah, it was two, I think they came out the same week. It was Batman and The Delinquents were the two first 12 films.
Right. Okay. Well, I certainly remember Batman, because that was the one that was talked about. That was the big deal. That Batman, of course, traditionally seen more as a kid-friendly, program or comic, obviously. Then becoming this kind of thing. Maybe not for little children.
Yeah. I do think that the DVD release, at least of Batman, is still a 15.
Amazing.
But obviously, when it gets to cinema, it's a 12 because you showed it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, indeed, there are two different sort of boards when it comes to certification, whether you watch them at home, private setting, and of course in cinema in a public setting. Yeah. So 4K restoration. That's why we're showing it, I believe, on this occasion. So in 2 years ago, or last year, I can't remember if it was beginning of last year or if it was sometime. But anyway, that we showed it. So this is our second time showing it, but hopefully everybody loved the film so much they'll come see it again. Are you going to do?
I have arranged with a friend to see it.
Excellent.
But I haven't checked whether I'm free when it's on.
Oh,
so I'm going to try to see it.
And of course, you have three occasions. So on the 15th, Friday 15th, 7:30, Saturday 16th at 7:30, and Thursday 21st at 2:30.
Yeah.
So that's
free
Paris, Texas, 12A. Excellent stuff. Okay, now for one-off showing. On the 16th, 2:30, so matinee, the 40th anniversary of Amadeus.
I have never seen Amadeus.
I tell you what.
And I'm free. I'm coming to see it.
Excellent. I remember you saying that to me a couple of weeks back, I think, and I was quite surprised that you hadn't seen it, just because it is an absolute classic of a movie. It's a wild ride, I'd say, of a film. Great stuff. Yeah, absolutely love it. Great. 40th anniversary, so, chances were we were probably going to show it, but and that it was going to get a 4K restoration. But yeah, Tom Hanks as a Mozart, of course, the lead. He's hilarious in it. It's probably not too close to the truth, but it makes for a brilliant film.
I mean, Mozart was in Bill and Ted, and
he was, and sadly they do not appear in the movie.
Yeah,
so not quite up to the truth. Really.
I'm going to hopefully come and see this with a mate of mine who every time I mention it refers to it as Rock Me Amadeus.
Fair enough.
Which makes me think of Dr. Zayas.
Yes.
But I'm looking forward to this. This is one that is literally been on my list of movies to watch for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, how could it not be? Yeah. It is an absolute classic. I remember studying it in music class in school. That just shows you how obviously how mainstreamy it was in the sense of trying to bring it to younger people, if you see what I mean. It's like, oh, come on, you want to learn about Mozart? Here's the movie Amadeus.
Mozart.
Movie, exactly. Great acting. The makeup in it is fantastic. It is. It's again, that was another thing I remember about it so well as a kid, having books on makeup, on movie makeup, which is something I was really into as a child, and it being really important when it came out, it being sort of seen as some of the best of its time. Which is great because it's not a movie that's about monsters or any of that kind of makeup. Just about aging people and making people look like really fascinating human beings. So I couldn't recommend it enough. You gotta come see it. Woohoo!
Yeah, PG.
Yes, absolutely PG. Can understand why, because there's not really much as far as but it is quite intense in moments, I would say. So I would definitely say not for tiny children necessarily.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great film. It's a great film.
Yeah. And that's on the 16th?
That's on the 16th for 2:30, so it's a matinee performance.
Yeah.
Saturday. You're down for that.
Oh yeah. Well, I was annoyed, right?
Yeah.
I will say I've got a season ticket for Ipswich Town.
Oh yeah.
And the first game is supposed to be at 3:00 that afternoon.
Right.
They've moved it to Sunday, so I can definitely come and see it.
Well, there we go.
There you go.
Excellent.
So any football fans who like Mozart,
get
yourselves there.
Yeah, and I think there should be a lot. I mean, how can anyone not like the music of Mozart? I really don't get it. And he is he's a fascinating character anyway. The movie makes him look like a freaking rock star. So,
Yeah,
it's good. It's good times. Seriously, it's good times.
Good, yeah. Looking forward to it very much so. And I've only not seen it because I think of the length, and I haven't seen it pop up on any streaming services or anything.
Really? Oh,
and
I don't know why.
To my knowledge, there's not like a special edition Blu-ray or anything. So there we go.
Yeah, well, again, that's a strange one, and I'm sure there will be now that it's the 40th anniversary. There must be.
They've probably been holding back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. So let's go to.
Is it a 50th anniversary next?
Oh, that's right. See, we got some anniversaries this month coming. So 22nd, one off again. 22nd at 7:30, we have the 50th anniversary of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Now, we have shown Rocky Horror, I think, twice or at least once before. I want to say twice. I feel like it's twice.
I saw it a couple of years ago. You showed it at Halloween, around the time of Halloween.
Maybe we were thinking, if we haven't shown it twice, maybe we were definitely thinking of showing it again. I think you have shown it twice. Right.
So I think there was one I went to and one I missed.
Yeah. So here we are again for the 50th anniversary. It is a crowd pleaser. Everyone loves Rocky Horror, surely. And I'm sure everyone who hasn't seen it knows what it is.
It's another, like I said, with... I can't remember what film it was, but a unique film.
Yeah.
There's nothing else. But before it, there was nothing else like it, and people have tried to imitate it since, and it hasn't worked.
Certainly. And it's influenced so much stuff.
Yeah.
Like you rattle off so many different types of, subgenres of whatever, of like, subcultures of punk or whatever. All these kind of things that people are interested in. Sort of for the freaks of the world kind of thing, that whole kind of element of existence. That Rocky Horror Picture Show is certainly a catalyst, if you like, or something like a cauldron, a starting point for so many people who are trying to find their way. Say, oh yeah, there's me, that's me, I'm a part of that. Right? Yeah. Music's awesome.
Yeah.
Songs are great. Everyone knows most of the song. Heard at least, if you've never seen the film, you would have heard a couple of the songs.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
sure.
anyone who hasn't seen this before, they'll be like, "Oh, that's where that's
from." Yeah, exactly. Tim Curry, absolutely brilliant, just fantastic, and of course Richard O'Brien, also the writer of The Thing, from the original stage show. I was surprised. 50th anniversary means it came out in 1975. I was surprised. Within my head, I'm always thinking it's a little earlier than that. I know, like, the stage show was, obviously, I think 72, 73, something like that. But that's always when I thought this came out, was like more early 70s. Yeah. But, but 75 makes sense. Yeah.
And also early performance from Susan Sarandon.
Very, not her first, but certainly got to be one of the early ones that really put her face up there and people go, wow, yeah, brilliant, amazing.
Yeah, and was it pre-Ballad of Hell Meatloaf? Because it's around the same time.
I want to say no. I want to say that Ballad of Hell comes out. No, maybe it's the year after. Oh, that's a nasty.
Yes. No, Ballad of Hell was 1977, so 2 years before.
I had a feeling
because he was on stage and stuff before.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had a feeling it was either. Yeah, I was always forgetting that it's just a slightly before, or slightly after. Of course, they say the same time. We're talking the same era here. But yeah, so he'd had a couple of records out, hadn't he already?
Yeah, different kind of stuff. I know.
Yeah,
years ago I was a huge fan of Meatloaf. I still love Meatloaf, but I remember a mate of mine had a vinyl of him. It was him, I think, doing duets with someone. Maybe it was staged on, and that was before Ballad of Hell.
Yeah,
but I think as a solo album, Ballad of Hell was probably his debut.
Right. Okay.
I might be wrong.
That's fine either way. I mean, but he's great. He's not in it for very long, but does a great number and memorable as hell.
Yeah. And the male lead, the boyfriend of Susan Sarandon.
Yes.
I always forget who he is because he looks so much different in later roles. He was the mayor in Sin City.
Yeah.
Spin City.
Spin City, the sitcom.
Yeah. Really nice guy. Met him at Comic Con once.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Really cool. Yeah. And I just wanted to speak to him about Spin City. Luckily, I didn't call it Sin City. And there was queues of people to see him because of Rocky Horror.
Yeah. Well, of course.
So there should be.
The film is something that still lives on today in the fact that people should dress up, they know all the words, they sing all the tunes, and it's very much a show within itself when people go to see it at the cinema. Yeah. Of course, the stage show is still a thing. There have been very famous people who've appeared in it throughout the decades. I remember as a kid, or I say a kid, a younger person, I think Jason Donovan was in it.
I think he's back.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm not surprised. So yeah, it's still living very strongly, in the hearts of people. So fantastic 50th anniversary, like I say, 22nd, Friday 22nd, 7:30, 12A certificate. Used to be a 15. I always grew up with it, knowing it as a 15. But it's been a 12A now for a bit and makes sense. When you watch it back, it's fine as a 12A.
Yeah. And we've got a 41st anniversary.
Yes.
Now this is one that someone, when I shared the page on Facebook, someone said that it's not its 41st anniversary, but it is.
It is.
It came out in 1984.
In 1984, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. This
is Spinal Tap. You say 41st anniversary. It is a remastered, remixed, and revered. Yeah. Of course. Sunday, so I'll just run it through. The show got two showings for it. So Sunday, the 24th at 6 o'clock, and Monday, the 25th at 7:30, which are bank holiday weekend. Which might be why I'm not sure why it's come out. These dates are its release dates, and at the time that it will be released, this is what the distributor wants to push people to say these are the dates. It will be shown later on in the as time goes by. We may show it again if it does well because of that, but this is its opening couple of days. So you couldn't see it anywhere else earlier or anything like that. So we have it from release. Yeah. Which is great.
Yeah, and it's 41st anniversary, and it's getting in the mood because the sequel's coming.
Absolutely.
The year. Spinal Tap 2, the end continues.
The end continues. And it does.
I love Spinal Tap.
Yes.
I think it's in anyone's top 10 comedies of all time. Rockumentary, one of the first of its kind. If it's not the actual, as a 90-minute cinematic film, I'm not sure it'd been done before. But obviously, spoof documentaries for bands in sketches and stuff would have been done on probably things like SNL and things like that, but not as a full film.
I can't think of a movie. I mean, what, the Ruttles?
That's TV movie.
That's TV movie. So I mean, that's the only thing I'm thinking of that's close. Yeah. Other than that, no, I can't think of a for cinema release. A sort of mockumentary on a rock band.
And of course, different. A lot of it, much like years later in things like Curb Your Enthusiasm, much of it was improvised, dialogue at least.
Yeah, absolutely.
Superb cast.
Oh yeah.
And what I love about this is, it's only now the second film has come out, but they love these characters and they've been doing them, showing up at charity events and stuff, and being interviewed in character, and you can tell that the three main guys, because obviously the drummer keeps dying.
Yes.
They can just turn into these characters, and they love doing it. And it's almost like they have become real people.
Oh yeah.
Like Harry Shearer, who plays Derek Smalls, released a solo album a few years ago.
Yeah.
He done an anti-Barbie song as well. But then he'd rock up on interviews and just be that character. And I remember hearing, I think they went on Radio 1 for a big charity event, and the next day, whatever, the presenters were talking, they were like, they would not go out of character. They showed up in costume, acted like it the whole time they were there, whether they'd been recorded or not. And I think they that must amuse them that they do that as well.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Yeah, I mean, obviously they know that people love it, and so they know that people want to see them as those characters, and to remain, for them to be real, right?
Yeah.
Christopher Guest is kind of, in a way, you could say, like the creator in a way of these things. Obviously, it's collaboration, but he very much is like the birthing of these ideas generally come from him. He plays Nigel Tufnell in the film, and he's phenomenal as an actor and a comedian and as a creator of these kind of characters, because he is known very much for behaving in that kind of way where he'll become the character. He takes it very seriously. He takes his craft extremely seriously. He's one of these guys that doesn't really joke about, even though he's a funny guy creating funny characters. He doesn't find it in itself funny. Like, to him, it's serious. Like, he's wanting people to completely believe him. So he just sort of, becomes like, science to him in a way, right? So very interesting guy, I think. And I'm a massive fan of his work. So, I mean, other films like, what have they done together? Best in Show with the Dogs, Mighty Wind.
Yeah.
Waiting for Guffman, which is sort of a take on Amdram Dramatics, which is great. Brilliant. Yeah. And there's a few others as well. And like I say, plays so many different kinds of characters and takes them all extremely seriously, all on their own merit. And it's great. And that's why it works. Yeah. So for me anyway, that's why it has worked. That's why Spinal Tap works, is because you do truly believe it.
I mean, I know at least one person who, when I was talking about it, thought it was a real documentary.
Yeah.
Which I can see, but also it's so funny that I don't think I could believe it was, but it's not too far off something like Anvil. What came
exactly, and we know people who are been in bands professionally. We have friends of our, I know of a guy who's drummer who said there's the bit where they can't find the stage, right? And he was like, that happened to. He was in a band and that happened to him. And so there you go. These kind of things do happen.
It's brilliant. It's and also sort of more or less back to back there. You've got what I'd say two movies that didn't do very well on initial release, but two of the biggest cult movies ever made, with Rocky Horror and
absolutely,
this. And in a way, I think it's in as time's gone by, it's helped these movies stay as popular because they weren't massive at the time. So the people who did like it got more involved with it and sharing the love of it.
This cult status. I mean, this is how cult movies work. They build.
What I mean is, apart from that was the summer of the first blockbuster, but other big movies of that era and that's you don't get the reissues of. And even later on, it's like films from when we were growing up. You'll get, say, Pulp Fiction shown again, which I know done quite pretty well, but more of a cult thing. But there's no anniversary screenings of, say, Independence Day and films like that.
Yeah, that's true. Independence Day will be 30 next year.
Now I've said that.
We'll see what happens. Maybe because of the Will Smith connection, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see.
And the Randy Quaid connection.
Randy Quaid connection, obviously. But, people love Jeff.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm aware, he hasn't done anything too awful.
Well, the tall guy.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
That's Richard Curtis's fault, isn't it? He's the one to blame there. Okay, so yes, definitely go and see this Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant film. Love it to pieces. I tell you what, I could not tell you how many times I've seen that.
Yeah.
Too many. But no, not too many. Just never too many. Anyway, we've got one more movie.
When is Spinal Tap on?
Okay, yes.
Oh, I know you did say.
We'll take it
again.
That's right. Sunday 24th at 6 o'clock and on Monday 25th at 7:30. 15 certificate. Be there. Another 50th anniversary. It's the biggest of anniversaries.
I just gave a clue to what it would be.
You did. But summer blockbuster, the original summer blockbuster, 1975. It's Jaws.
We should say Independence Day. Yeah, Jaws is back.
Yeah, for a third outing at King Street.
On the big screen, where it belongs.
Indeed.
It's a classic.
It is amazing, isn't it? It's a great movie. Who doesn't know Jaws? It's not possible, is it? At this point, 50 years on.
The only people I can imagine not liking Jaws.
Well, not liking, not even knowing.
But jealous filmmakers.
Maybe. Steven Spielberg, his like I say, it's the original summer blockbuster. So did the business more than anyone could have foreseen in 1975. Completely changed the game, really, of cinema, really, Hollywood, to a certain degree. Amazing film. Thriller, of course, about a shark terrorizing a small coastal town. You've got your sheriff who's like, I'm not going to let this shark spoil everyone's fun.
And then you've got your mayor going, I'll let him spoil fun because I want money.
Don't get in the way of me making cash. And then you've got Robert Shaw saying, I'll get him for you. And it's great. It's scary. It's exciting. It's heartwarming. It's thrilling. It's all the things you want from a summer blockbuster and more.
Yeah. And for a film 50 years old, so watchable. So watchable. Seriously, on the point that I said at the beginning of this rant, who doesn't know Jaws? I have heard from time to time in my lifetime people that were not too impressed with Jaws. Did they watch Jaws 4 by mistake?
Maybe, yeah. And they may say something like, you know what, I prefer Jaws 2.
What?
I know. They'll never say, obviously, 3 or 4. I mean, that's pushing it. But 2's one that sometimes some people go, but it's a bit more, like, exciting because there's, like, a big group of kids and they're all, like, stuck out there.
Jaws 2 turns into Friday the 13th.
It is a bit like that, isn't it? And it isn't anywhere near as good, of course.
It's not as tense. It
doesn't have It doesn't have what makes Spielberg such a great director, which even if you're not a big fan of his movies because he might find this a bit too sentimental or whatever else, the man knew and still does know how to make a movie, right? He knows how to tell a story probably better than anyone.
Yeah.
Certainly arguably the best cinematic storyteller of all time. So, people who go, that wasn't very good. I don't know if I believe them.
It's another movie that someone who works for me has a son who is about 12, I'd say. Yeah. And she took him to King Street Cinema to see Jaws, and he loved it.
Of course he did.
Now, though, he is somehow really wanting to watch horror films.
Wow.
And he's too young. But it is a gateway. But when I was a kid, I never saw it as a horror.
I always did. I still do.
Yeah,
it scared me so much as a kid, in a good way, not in a way, not in a way that said, "Oh, I never want to see another movie again." In a way that makes you, excited.
Yeah, it might be because I watched it very young and I was allowed to watch it.
Yeah, me too.
And and it's a bit like, I wouldn't say Jurassic Park is a horror movie, but it is, I suppose.
Yeah, again, horror elements. I mean, it all depends what you mean by horror, of course. Yeah. I guess they're not okay. They're more monster movies. They're monster movies, right? Which, historically, in the world of the horror genre, you could say that is a subgenre.
Of course,
too.
Yeah. So but it might be as well because when I was a kid, it's brightly lit. Yeah. And lots of people who won't watch a horror film love Jaws.
Right.
It's that.
Yeah, sure.
It's a crossover.
Yeah.
Crossover over gateway blockbuster horror.
Indeed, but again, like I said, there are different types of horror movies, and sure, it's not some awful kind of, I don't know, over the top gore fest, or some bleak dystopian, depression kind of film like a 28 something years or days later. It's not that sort of movie. No. But so many Frankenstein, right? Yeah. It's a horror, right? Surely.
Yeah,
but it's different.
I'm not saying it isn't a horror. I said I never saw it as a horror.
No, I'm not saying, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just trying to make the point that maybe there are people, because I'm sure there are people who don't recognise it as a horror film. But like I say, it's in the traditional sense of horror, isn't it? Like I say, the monster movies, which Spielberg would have grown up on. And I'm sure liked very much, but of course it has that family element to it, which is extremely important. The fact that Frank Capra element to it. So that movie that you love so much,
It's a Wonderful
Life. Yes, the Christmas movie.
I'm the only one who loves it.
So it's got that element to it as well, and that's important. That's the kind of the chemistry that is Spielberg, is using different genres together extremely well.
He produced Poltergeist as well.
Oh god, yeah. I mean, obviously the man is a horror fan, without questions.
But this influenced so much, and just after Jaws, you had that killer whale movie, and there was loads of other ones like it, and
Piranha.
Yes, Piranha. And if it wasn't for Jaws, we wouldn't have. Later, even 40 years later, they were making Sharknado movies. that wouldn't have happened if not for Jaws.
No, not at all.
So I'm grateful, because as TV movies go, they're fun.
Okay.
They're fun. Steve Guttenberg's in one of them.
Well, there we go. Gutenberg. Anyway. So
Jaws. When's that on? Because I'm going to come to Jaws. I haven't seen it for a couple of years.
It's right at the end of the month, Friday 29th at 7 o'clock, and then there's Saturday 30th, 2:30 and 7:30. Jaws is a 12A, so again, everyone is entitled to come, and if you're under 12, you must be accompanied by an adult.
A grown up. Yeah.
Not one of us.
Well, that's a packed month.
It really is, isn't it? So it's a great summer. It's the summer month, if you like. The holidays. It's the month where you generally get the big blockbusters. Loads of kids coming out. We have one for kids. We have Flow, and we have a few others in there as well that kids can come along to. So please do.
Yeah. Have you got any spoilers for what's coming?
Do you know what? I was thinking about this, and I don't. I really don't. So I don't want to just say something that might be incorrect at this point. So we'll just leave September for when it comes along. But it will be coming along.
It will. It will. So we'll be back to do another podcast in September, or just before. So you know what's going on in September. And yes, it's a good month. There's some classics there, and a couple of new movies that are well worth watching.
Absolutely.
So I was trying to end on a Jaws quote, but my mind just went blank.
What is it? We're going to need a bigger boat.
We're going to need a bigger podcast. Thank you all very much for listening. Don't forget to follow King Street Cinema on Instagram and Facebook, and keep checking the website. You can get your tickets through the website as well.
Absolutely.
So get the better seats, basically. Get there first.
Get the seats you want.
Yes.